welcome to my channel. I'm Rhonda and today I'm going to show you how to do the Zig Zag Stitch pattern. It's a really fun, super easy pattern. I actually used it in a project which I'm excited to show you, but I'm going to finish it first. So come along with me. I'm going to bring my camera overhead. So let's do that now. The Zig Zag Spikes design requires 3 colors. I just used it a worsted weight in 3 different shades of orange, but you can use whatever color you like. I'm using a 5.5mm hook. The multiple is 6 plus 2. So just take your first color, and I'm going to choose the brightest of the oranges and set the other ones aside for now. And I am going to chain 38. So 36 would be my multiple of 6 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 86, 37, and 38. Okay, so I've got my starting chain ready, and this is all based on single crochet. So the first row I'm going to do is my foundation row, and this will be for the right side of my pattern. This pattern does have a right side and a wrong side, which is quite obvious. So what you are going to do to start is single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Now I like to use the side with the bumps. You can use the side with the V's if you like. It is all personal preference, so go ahead, start in whichever side you like. So single crochet in the second chain from the hook. And in each chain across till the end. So for the single crochet, you insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. And do that to the end of the row, and I will meet you when you get there. Okay, I've moved my camera down a little bit. Hopefully you can see better. I am now at the last stitch and putting my last single crochet in, and this is considered, like I mentioned before, my foundation row. This is the right side of my project. Now I am going to chain 1 and turn. And what you're going to do is for the next 3 rows, do the same thing, single crochet in every stitch all the way across. So you're going to end up with 4 rows of single crochet. So just keep doing that, 3 more rows, and I'll meet you back when you have your 4 rows of single crochet. Okay, so I have completed my 4 rows of single crochet, and I want you to notice something. Look how that curls. You might have that, not to worry. It's just that single crochet is a tight stitch. That's why I think it does that, but I promise you, your work will straighten out after a while. Now, once you get to the end stitch in the 3rd row, you are going to set up to change your color. Now, this would be color A. Next, you'll be going into color B. So I've got this color here, and I'm going to start my last stitch, but I'm not going to complete it because this is where I am going to add a new color. So I go in, I insert my hook as I normally would to do my single crochet, and I yarn over as I normally would, 2 loops on my hook. This is when I will introduce my color B and pull through, and then use the new color to complete my stitch, complete my chain 1, pull everything tight here, and I can leave this color A on here because I can just bring it up as I work if I am going to put a border on my project. This pattern is great for blankets, it's great for wearables, and if you are not going to put an edge on your project, then of course in the end you will have to weave in your ends. If you're going to put a border on, then you can just work up those ends. So I'm going to leave it as though I am going to have a border, but it's up to you how you want to do it. So now we're going to go to the next part. We're going to turn our work. You've already chained one. Move this out of the way. This is where it gets really fun and interesting. I really enjoyed this. So I moved my color A out of the way and I'm ready to work with color B. And this is where the fun begins. So you've chained one and you're going to single crochet in the first single crochet. So start as normal with a single crochet. But now with the next stitches, we are going to work in the previous row down. So here we start at the top. In the next stitch over, we're going to do a single crochet, but we're going to go into the next row down like so. And you're going to make sure you have enough slack in your yarn like this and single crochet. In the next one, we're going to go one more row down. So put our hook in the row down and reach over and bring up that yarn to make sure you've got enough slack and single crochet. And then in the next stitch, we're going to go into one row down. So we have to reach even further and do that single crochet. Again, you're going to bring up that yarn. And there you go. Now you're going to work your way back up again. In the next stitch, you're going to move one row up. Do a single crochet just like you did before. Just stretch your yarn up to the top. Pull through. And in the next stitch, one row up again. And in the next stitch, back to the top. So it's all single crochet, but you're moving down the rows and back up, and then you get this really cool zigzag pattern, and then you just repeat that all the way along. So I'll do that once more with you. So now we're at the top, we're going to go one down. And in the next stitch, one more down. Reaching that yarn up. And then just down to the bottom in the next stitch. Because remember, we've got the 4 rows of stitches. So basically we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the way down to the bottom. And once you've got your 4 stitches here moving downwards, now you're going to work your way back up again. So go one row up. And then one more row up in the next stitch. And back up to the top. And you're just going to repeat that all along so you have this fun zigzag pattern. So it's one at the top and then keep moving down to the bottom and back up. Just like that. So I'll do that one more time so you can see that. Make sure you understand what we're doing. It's really fun and it's super easy as well once you get the hang of it. So you'll see the stitches, you're just going one over and one down basically. Okay, so you can see to the next stitch and down 1, and then over the next stitch you're down 2, and the next stitch down 3 to the bottom. So let's put our hook into 1 over 1 down. And the next stitch, you're going to go 1 down. And always make sure you're bringing that yarn up to the top, so you're not bunching up your fabric. And then to the bottom, give that nice slack. You're just basically pulling your hook up to the top and going through. And then once you've reached the bottom, so 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to move your way back up. Just like that. So complete that to the end, then I'll tell you what you need to do next. Okay, so with your first row of spikes done, if you've counted correctly, you should end up with a stitch right at the top again. So you can see that nice zigzag pattern of those spikes. Now what you're going to do, it's really simple. So you're just going to chain 1, turn, and just do 3 rows of single crochet. Once you've done the 3 rows of single crochet, come back and I will tell you what to do next. Okay, so now that you've completed your 3 rows of single crochet, you'll notice here on the side where you joined the yarn. So you should be on that same side, and now you are getting ready to join color C the exact same way you joined B, by starting your single crochet in your last stitch but not completing it. You're going to complete it with your new color. So insert your hook into the final stitch, yarn over with color B, pull up a loop, and now you're going to add your new color and pull it through like so, and then chain 1 with your new color and turn your work. Again, if it's easier for you to weave in ends rather than having those ends hanging, that's perfectly fine. But again, if you're going to make a border, you're going to see that keeping them attached will make life a whole lot easier, because you can hide the ends as you work them up in the border as opposed to having to weave in so many ends. So now you're going to repeat the exact same thing you did with color B. You're going to do your spikes, and then you're going to do 3 rows of single crochet. If you can't remember how to do it, by all means go back to that part of the video, and I'll have my key moments linked below so you can easily access the part where I started color B, and just follow the instructions for color C, and I will meet you back after you've completed color C in the same way you completed color B. Okay, after completion of your color C with your 1 row of spikes and 3 rows of single crochets, you'll start to see this beautiful pattern emerging. And I will say that you are actually on the wrong side right now. The right side is wherever you put your spikes in. So when you turn, you're going to have a new color, and you're going to start with your spikes. So the only thing you need to know is just a repeat of the spikes and 3 single crochets all along, but it's your color sequencing that is the other thing you need to know. So you went from A to B to C. You're not going to go back to A, you're going to go to B. So your sequencing is A, B, C, B, A, B, C, B, A. What you're getting is a sandwich of B and C. So C is sandwiched between B, and then you get your A again. I am going to work up my swatch a little bit more so I can show you what I mean in terms of the color sequencing. So keep going, add your colors, and notice every time you end off your color section, you're going to be here at the end where your yarn is joined. And before I let you go to that, I'm going to show you how easy it is to join your new colors when you've kept your yarn attached. So here I've got the 2 loops on my hook like I did before, ready to add my color. I bring up the yarn. Don't pull too hard, you want to have that slack. And I joined it like so, and chain 1, turn my work, get these ends out of the way, and I'm ready to continue. So go ahead and continue with that. Again, if you need to go back and check in the description box for the key moment links so you can go back to any part you're not sure about. Have fun with it. Look how cool that is. It's easy to do and it looks so nice. This can be used for, like I said, blankets, sweaters. It could even be at the bottom of a sweater. There's so many possibilities. It just looks so pretty. I love it. I hope you love it too. Keep going, and I will come back with a larger section done so you can see how the colors work up in the proper sequencing. Okay, so I worked up a little more to show you the color sequencing here. And basically it's really simple. It's just A, B, C, B, A, B, C, B, A, B, C, B. So this is always in the center like so. Basically what you've got is C sandwich between B, sandwich between A. Just like that. So it looks like your stripes of spikes. And look how pretty that looks. Now you may notice that your fabric is working up pretty tight, and that's because it is a single crochet, which does make it tighter. If you want a more drapey fabric, you could try using a lighter weight yarn. You could try increasing your hook size and just experiment and see what works best for you. I hope you like that. Go ahead and continue, and I'd be really interested to see what you make with this pattern. I hope you enjoy it. Until next time, have a great evening, have a great day, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.